to Stylish Naija YouTube channel. I want to say thank you to all of my subscribers. Thank you all guys for subscribing to Stylish Naija YouTube channel. Thank you for your love and for your support. If you are new to the channel, you are highly and very welcome. If you have not subscribed, please, I would appreciate if you hit on the subscribe button and then hit on the bell also to get an update whenever I upload a new video. And then you will see another button there that is the join button, so you can also click on that join button and then become a member of Stylish Naija also. So those are all of the clickables that are here that you should click on. Okay guys, so in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to cut and sew a pencil gown with a full lining. So this, we're going to be using the inseam lining for this, so that's what we're going to learn how to do today. It is a very simple process. I'm making this video because of beginners, for those of you that don't know how to actually line your dresses. So that is why I decided to make this tutorial. So these are the measurements that I'm going to be needing for this tutorial right now. The bust measurement is 34, so you divide 34 into 4. I'm going to have 8.5, and then the under bust measurement is 28. You divide into 4, I have 7. The waist measurement is 26. I'll divide into 4, I have 6.5. And then the hips is 34. Divide into 4, also have 9 inches. And then the full length of the gown is 40. And then the shoulder is 14. So these are the basic measurements. So for this, I'm going to be drafting directly on my fabric. And then, so this is the fabric that I'm going to be making use of. This is like a sample fabric. You can see it. It is a very beautiful material. It's kind of shiny, kind of silky. I don't even know. It is all this sample fabric, and that's what they call it in my area. I don't know about your own. So this is the lining that I'm going to be making use of, that we'll use to turn it. So now what I'm going to do now, just place my fabric, and then all of the lines I'll add it, and then we'll start drafting directly. If you want to register for our online class, you can just see my number scrolling through the screen. Send me a message on WhatsApp. I'll give you the details of the classes we have presently available. All right guys, let's get started. Okay guys, so now I decided to draft it on our lining, and then before we transfer to the fabric, you know this dress is a white dress, so I really don't want much stains on the actual fabric. Okay, so now I have some lines already laid out, so I'm going to explain them. So this first line, this is just a line I just left about 1 inch on top. So this is going to serve as my start line. So I'm trying to explain this because I'm actually trying to make this video for beginners. Okay, so that's the start line. So from the shoulder, which is the shoulder line, so that's the shoulder line. So from the shoulder to the bust point, this is my bust line now, bust point, which is 10. And then from the shoulder to the under bust, this is under bust, which is 13. The under bust, is 13. And then my half cut, that's from the shoulder to my half cut, which is the waist, is 18 inches. And then from that waist, you measure 9 inches or 8.5 inches. This line is now going to serve as my hip line. You understand? Is to serve. So this is like standard. You can use 9 inches, you can use 10 inches. For people that are not too tall, you can use 8.5 inches. So all works. And then from the shoulder to the full length is 40 inches. So you can see what I have. So I'm just going to add just like 1 inch or 2 inches allowance for the down. So these are the basic lines that we have here. The next thing we're going to do now, we're going to start imputing all of the measurement, just like the way I explained earlier. The first measurement we're going to add now is the shoulder measurement, which is 14. The fabric is folded into 2. You divide it into 2. You have 7. You place the 7 inches like this, and then I'm going to I'll use 1.5 inches as my allowance. You can use 1 inch. So from this point now, I'm just going to mark half of an inch. I'll just come down by like half of an inch. So that half of an inch, I'll just blend it into the neckline, and then I'll come to this point. I'll mark 7.5 because my armhole is 15. So I'll mark it like this, and then I'm just going to give it a curve. So you can actually make use of your pattern curve. Okay, so I just got my pattern curve, so I'm just going to curve it nicely. Okay, so we've got that. The next measurement I'm going to insert now is the bust line, is the bust measurement, which is 8.5 from our measurement. So I'm going to come like this. So this is the 8.5. I'll mark the 8.5 here, and then I'm going to add 1 inch extra, which I'm going to use for my dart. 1 inch, and then I'll add another 2.5 inches as my allowance, so you can see it. So I'm going to mark it like this. I'll just mark it like that, and then I'll come to the under bust line, which is 7, like I've explained already. And then that same 1 inch of that, I'll add it, and then I'll add the same 2.5 inches as my allowance. I'll connect this to this like this. You can make use of a ruler if you are not sure of the straightness of your hands. So okay. And then the next measurement is the waist measurement. So the waist is 26 inches, which is 6.5. You add the 6.5, and then because the dart is going to run from the top to the bottom, so that is why I'm adding the dart on all of the lines, and then which is 1 inch, and then I'll add my allowance. So from this point now, I'm just going to go and do this right now, so you can see what we have. Can give it a curve. And then the next measurement is our hip line, which is 9 inches. So I'll come to this point also. I would mark the 9 inches and then add my 1 inch for the dart, and then I'll add my allowance. So from this point now, I'm just going to take my pattern curve like this. So I'm looking for the best way to place it. Okay, so you can see what I have. So you don't need it to be too puffy, because if it comes out too much, as if it is too shapy, when you finish sewing, you're going to have bags on the side. So for beginners, that's really a major problem most times when they make this kind of straight dresses. So the next thing, I'm going to measure what I have here, and then I have about 13.5. So at that 13.5, I'll bring it to the hem line of this dress. I'm going to take out 1.5. So when I take out 1.5 or 2 inches, so I'm going to have 12 here. So that 12 inches, this is what I'm going to do. I'm just trying to use my hands first. I'll just blend it into this point like this. So you can make use of a ruler, just like this. You can see, so it is here. It's a very straight and simple process. So that is it. So you can see our pencil gown is all set up. The next thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to add our dart. So for the dart, I'm going to come to this point now, to the waistline point. I'm going to mark my half of my bust span, which is nipple to nipple, which is 8, half is 4 inches. That 4 inches, I'm just going to mark it across like this. I'll mark it across, so I'll connect it with a straight ruler here like this. I'll connect it with a straight ruler, and then I'll still take it like this, because it's going to run all the way down. So that is my dart line. So for this part, I'm going to connect it to this top part. So for this top part, what I'm going to do, I'll check what I have here, and then I'm going to take half of it, of what I have here. So that half of what I have, I'm just going to blend it into this point like this, like this. I'm going to blend it in. So I'm not cutting it as a bust here. If I was cutting it as a bust here, all I would do is I'll just come in and then just make my dart. So this is like a princess dart, and then take this down, but I'm not cutting it that way. So I'm just doing it straight. I'm just making a straight dart like that. So like I said, if I was doing it, this is how it is going to be. You understand? So the next thing, I'm going to cut this out, and then I'll use this to cut the back. So for the back, I'm just going to add 2 inches for the back part for this stitching allowance. So from this point, I'm going to come in by 2 inches. Why 2 inches? You can do 1.5, but most times I like using 2 inches because I don't want my armhole to get truncated. And then I'll blend it in like this into this point. So that is that. Then I'm going to cut this out right now. So I'll place this to cut out the back piece also. guys, so you can see I finished cutting them, but I've not added my dart. So I'm just going to take out the lining. I want to make sure I finish everything. So I want to cut out the neckline now. So you can see it is just a basic V neckline. So this is the back and the front together. So for the neckline, I'm going to take 3 inches like this. The width is going to be 3 inches. And then for the depth of the neckline, so like I normally say, you can always measure your neckline to see. So for this, I'm going to use about 6.5 inches for the depth of the neckline. So from this point like this, I'm going to take it like this. I don't want it to be a sharp V. I want it to be like a curved V. You know, you have different type of V. The ones that are sharp, that will be straight. But this one, I want it to be like a curve. So you can see what I have. So for the back, I'm going to take the same 3 inches width for the back neckline. So that's the same 3 inches. And then the length of the back neckline is just going to be 1.5. So I'll just add it like this. And then I'll cut out. This is for my back neckline. And then this is for the front neckline. So like I said, I'm making it a curved V. Okay, so I'm going to open it up now, and then you see how it is looking. So the dress is not looking, because of the whiteness of the dress, it's looking somehow, but if you can see the fabric very well, the fabric is really lovely on the right side. The texture is amazing. So the next thing I'm going to do now, I'll insert my dart, and then we'll go over to the machine and start stitching. So we'll stitch the lining separately and then stitch the fabric separately, since I'm doing an inseam. And then we'll come back and show you guys. Okay guys, so now we're going to start stitching. So I'm just going to use the front side. So I'm going to stitch. I'm going to join the dart lines back, so you can see. So I'm just going to run it from this top point, from this armhole side. I did not cut it out, because most times when you cut it out, it will be difficult for you as a beginner. So just leave it like that. So when stitching, don't pull, just navigate the bend easily. So I'm just going to go ahead, I'll finish it, and then I'll do the other side. Okay guys, so you can see, so I finished ironing them. So after you iron them, make sure you place them on their lining, place front on front, and then make sure that the whole shape, length, everything is the same. The same thing for the back also. So in stitching, we're going to stitch the lining separate and then stitch the fabric separate. So this is how we are going to go and stitch them. So this is the front piece. I'm going to take this piece like this on the side like this. So I'll use my shape, that's my measurement, that's 1/2 inch or 1 inch, depends on the amount of allowance that you added. And then I'll stitch it like this on the side. I'll stitch it to the end, and then on this one also I'll stitch on the side also, so you can see. So it's going to remain just the zip allowance, and then the same thing I did, I'll repeat it on the lining also. I'll do that and then bring it back and show you how to join them together. Okay guys, so you can see, so I finished stitching both the lining and the fabric. So I've placed them together. I just want to show you how this is done. So this is the right side of our fabric, and then this is the right side of the lining. Make sure you put them together like this. Right side facing right side. So make sure that the right side is facing right side. So the first way we are going to stitch this is on the neckline like this. That's from this back neckline like this. You are going to stitch. As you are stitching, make sure that all of the points that they tarry together. Tally, I don't know how to say the grammar. So make sure that they match. Yeah, I think that's a better word. That they match together. You understand? Match all of the necklines and then stitch it. After matching the neckline, then the next thing you turn it to the down. Make sure that the down too, that they are equal. You understand the width of the down. And then you stitch here and then stitch here also, and then stitch the side. So that's what I will go and do on my own. And then the only part that will be left for us to turn it is the armhole. So we'll turn the armhole. So I'll go and do that and then bring it, iron it, and then I'll bring it back and show you how it looks like. Okay guys, so you can see, so I finished stitching, I've ironed, so you can see how it is looking. So this is the beauty of an inseam lining. That's when you can see how beautiful, no seam, no side seam, everything is everything entered. Let me not speak. Everything entered perfectly well, so you can see it. So the only thing that is remaining now is for me to fix the zip. So this, because I want to fix this like a normal zip, that is why I closed up the edges. Normally I'm supposed to fix the zip to the fabric and then cover it up with the lining, but this I just want to fix this like the way we fix our normal zip. So the next thing is just for me to take it back to my machine and then hold it the back on my zip allowance to the down, and then I will fix the zip on it and then fix my sleeve. So I'm going to stop the tutorial here because the essence of this tutorial is the lining. That's in how to turn, how to sew this, how to line this pencil dress. So that's just like basically the essence of this. So the sleeve I'm just going to do a normal basic sleeve. So thank you so much guys. If you find this video helpful, please, I would appreciate if you hit on the like button, and if you have not subscribed to Stylish Naija YouTube channel already, please subscribe to Stylish Naija YouTube channel. Thank you so much guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.